Welcome to another episode of Mike's Expat Kitchen, where we cook German dishes with American ingredients. Today, we're going to cook Obatzta. That's the typical spread for pretzels that you get in a Biergarten in Munich, for example. It's really easy to make, and it's delicious with pretzels, which Germans typically don't consume with mustard, but with this creamy spread. This Bavarian dish even has a Wikipedia page. The English page says Obatzda, while the German one says Obatzter, but it's the same thing. It's camembert cheese, typically, that's been mashed and prepared with some spices. Now you might be wondering where this funny word Obatzda comes from, and you'd be surprised to hear that most Germans wouldn't know that word either, because it's only known in the very south of Germany, the Munich area, which, funny enough, most Americans confuse with the rest of Germany, but don't make that mistake. There's a lot of different regions with very different cultural backgrounds. Anyway, so you pronounce it Obatzter or Obatzta, Obatzta, and the word derives from the Bavarian expression for mud, which is Bad, which can also refer to anything sticky, like sticky bread dough, for example. So Obatzta is the past participle of that, meaning something has been muddied. In German, angebatzt, angepatzt, or angemanscht, or in Bavarian, Obatzt. And the cheese that has been muddied is the Obatzta. And that's exactly the dish my wife Angelika is gonna prepare for us today. What you need is a pound of brie or camembert cheese, which is typically pretty expensive in America, but Costco has a great deal on both. Remove pretty much all the rind from it and let it sit at room temperature for at least half an hour to an hour. Don't cut this short, it's important that the cheese is really soft. After that time, we're ready to make the Obatzta. You need to thinly dice a medium-sized onion and then put about 2 ounces of butter in a pan, heat it up, and dump in the onion dices. Let that cook slowly until the onion is translucent. In the meantime, mix about 1/4 cup of whole milk yogurt with the cheese. Also add a sip of beer. In this case, it's 4 Point IPA, but it doesn't really matter. Then add about a tablespoon of smoked paprika spice, and then season the whole thing with salt and pepper. That's all there is to it. Now start mixing and mashing the spread with a potato masher, and then dump in those hot translucent onions that have been cooking in the butter so far. Mix those in thoroughly as well, and then the whole mix can go into the fridge for at least half an hour to an hour to give the onions a chance to mix with the cheese spread. After that time, the Obatzta is ready to serve. I usually use a ice cream scoop to place it next to a freshly baked pretzel. Now, if you're saying, oh, I don't have pretzels to go with the Obatzta, check out my other video, which is linked in the description below. Enjoy your Obatzta, and if you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.